Don't you want a balloon? No. Don't. No, I'm already getting too scared. My closet. Okay, I'm gonna close my closet also. Whew, okay. What's good, everybody? Corbino here. I'm gonna eat a little bit of Skittles too, so hopefully that doesn't, distract us too much. I am here to talk about the Stephen King's It 2017 reboot. It's a review. I'm talking about it. Now, also, Alex pointed something out to us back when we were doing the Valerian review. Our reviews are just super long discussions, and they're not even like reviews. We don't talk about enough of them. You know what I'm saying? Some of them of our reviews we do good on. But I'm gonna start trying to have us all do I see it on all sorts of YouTube channels and whatnot. Just start with like the good, and go to the bad, and then go to spoiler territory or extra stuff that we want to talk about. Because we just go willy-nilly all over the place. And I figure that's a good way for us to still be able to spoil stuff. But y'all can watch the first bit, watch the good and the bad before we get to the spoilers, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's talk about the good. This movie was good. It was good. It was super fantastic. If you know me at all, my biggest fear is It. The original It, Pennywise. I've never read the book, always wanted to. It's super big, that's what she said, and I see it at stores all the time and I'm like, gosh, I want to, but it's always just a little too much for the amount of money I have at that time, and I'm like, no, I just can't justify that. One day I will. Anyways, I've done research and I know a good bit about the book. And the original miniseries that was turned into just a one movie that everybody knows about. What I'd say everybody, I think that came out in 1990 because they said it's 27 years after the original. And the whole bit thing with he returns every 27 years, so that's a little creepy. The original one, I love it so much. This isn't even talking about the movie really at this point. This is just sort of giving you just give you a little history of my experience with clowns. As a child, my siblings, I had not even seen a scary clown yet. I didn't know they existed till one day Shaylee and Tyler decided they wanted to just scare me for no reason. And when we were in the woods, they'd be doing stuff. They'd be telling me that he was on the side of the road when we were on the way to different vacations and whatnot. They'd be like, oh, yo, there he is. There's It. And I'm like, where? And they'd be like, oh, you missed him. Anytime I saw a balloon, my ass was frayed because I thought blood was popping out of them. And I hadn't even seen the movie. I didn't even know what it looked like. And you know what's crazy is my brother Chandler told me that It was a clown movie that we had watched with Trevor, but that wasn't even a clown movie. It was Spawn, the original Spawn. The fat little clown dude. That's who I thought It was for the longest time. Finally, we find It on VHS at some yard sale, and this is 5th or 6th grade, I want to say 6th. We take it home and we watch it. I watch It for the first time. I am scarred for the rest of my life. I am terrified for the rest of my life. Do you understand that my room was in the basement and I loved sleeping in the basement more than anything. It was my favorite. Oh my God, I wanted to move out of there so quick. I wanted to be on the main floor. I couldn't even do that no more. My brother Tyler, when he was over, he stayed in my room, and he always liked to turn off my TV while I was sleeping, but that's not what I liked. And so my ass woke up middle of the night. I think it was 4, I want to say, and I could see my alarm clock across the room, but it was not a bright enough alarm clock for me to really, for the light that I needed. The TV was off, didn't know where Tyler was at, it's pitch black, I can't see nothing except for the small alarm clock across the room. I'm like, God knows where the remote's at. I don't even know how to get to the light switch from here. I sat there in my bed, just terrified, literally balled up in the corner until sunrise. And it was 4 or 5, I think. I couldn't go to sleep. I couldn't, because I was so terrified of It. One time Tyler's like, hey, yo, Corbin, come check out this song. It's really good. and he's playing it. I'm looking at the computer, and we're like, yeah, this is a good song. And then he minimizes the screen. He's got Pennywise set as the screensaver. I smack the computer, it turns, and I run off, and I hide for the rest of the day. I was so pissed at Tyler. Another time, my brother Chase saw an opportunity. I was sitting right beside the house phone. He walked outside, said, all right, guys, I'm going to go to the store. And then as soon as he gets outside, he calls and says, we all float, and I slam the phone down. Like, who does that? Who? Like, I'm a good sibling. I am. I would like to say so. It just, they tormented me before I even knew it was what he looked like, and after, once I knew who he was, they did not ever stop. But what sucked is, as I grew older, I was still terrified of him. But I still loved that movie. I could watch the It movie so many times. It's definitely funny, but it's also still pretty good. I mean, I find a lot of movies really good most of the time anyways, but it was good. It was good, and I loved watching it. It's still one of my favorite scary movies. But it sucks because I can't watch it. That'd be like saying, hey Corbin, I know The Walking Dead's your favorite comic book, but every time you read it, you're gonna have nightmares. I'm like, crap, well, I can't stop reading it, but I don't want to have nightmares. That's how it was with the It movie. I wanted to watch it all the time, but I was gonna have nightmares and be scared to go anywhere for the next week. I couldn't keep that up. They announced this movie coming out. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm down. I'm like, I don't think anyone's ever gonna outdo Tim Curry as It, and I did the reaction to the teaser trailer or whatever, and I was getting a little freaked out, getting a little excited, but nothing too excited. I was never crazy excited. I was excited enough because I just wanted to see what they could do new and see if they'd be able to, if there would be a good, you know, remake. But I was never insanely excited until like this last like 2 weeks. It just hit me. I was like, I really want to see this movie. And as it kept, each day I was like, crap, it's going to be terrible. It's going to be like Suicide Squad. It's going to be like X-Men Last Stand. It's going to trick me. It's going to make me think that it's going to be something great, and then they're just going to pull it, just rip my heart right out. And the movie was amazing. It's probably my number one, it is my number one favorite scary movie now. I mean, I have only seen a handful of scary movies, and most of them aren't that good anyways, but this, listen, let me show you where my fears are at. Let me show you. Down here, we got bugs, right? Right down here, we got bugs. We got critters and creatures, little rodent, little bats type things like that. Yeah, we got them, and we got tikis, all right? The little Hawaiian heads. And then we got clowns. Then we got scary clowns. Okay, let's scoot that down a little bit. And then we got It. We got Pennywise the Dancing Clown. Okay? And we're gonna, look, let me bring this back up. Let me show you. Here it is. I'm gonna bring it all, I'm pushing it down, okay? Because it is far down, because it is that high above all the rest of my fears. But let me show you where the new It is. Let me push him all the way down, and this one goes skyrocketing into the Dunkelsphere. If anybody gets that, literally comment, say you get it, and I'm gonna give you a free t-shirt. No joke, because I don't think anyone's gonna get it. But if you do, that's good for you. But if you're a friend or family, no, it doesn't count. But anyways, I'm terrified on a whole new level now. This movie had me jumping. Listen, my brother Tyler doesn't get scared very easily. And when he does, you know, it's gotta be a really scary movie, and afterwards he'll be like, okay, it got me. But this got him. He was scared. On the way, I was driving, we dropped off his friend Gio, we were heading back to his place. Literally, signs in the road, weird looking people walking, not weird looking people, just like how they were walking was too weird for that night. And he was freaking out more than I was, and then it was freaking me out, and I was like, oh my gosh, this movie must have really been scary, because to me, all scary movies are just scary 24/7, it seems like. But I kept jumping, and God, this movie, it was just so good, so scary. Such a good story though, like it was a legit good story. Yeah, it's got its problems, and we'll get to those. The kids I loved because I cared more about these kids. I only cared for a handful of the kids in the originals. I did not like Stan or Bev. The rest, Ben and Eddie were sort of, no, Ben, Bill, and Eddie were sort of, okay, I didn't want them to die. And then Mike and Richie, I was like, okay, don't hurt them. The adults in the original I cared about, well, not Bev, And Stan, he also died right away, so it didn't matter. But in this one, I cared about all the kids. I did. Like, I cared about every single one of them. And it's just, oh my gosh. And that's the thing. I've never read the book, but I've been told multiple times and through my research that in the book, he's rarely even a clown. Like, he does become a clown, but he becomes so many other fears. In the original, he only becomes a few other things besides the clown. In this, he becomes so many things. He becomes the leper. I've always heard about the leper with Eddie. He becomes, he does the whole blood bathroom scene. He becomes that creepy picture for Stan, which I liked a lot more that they explained it, because in the original, it's like a mummy and it just made no sense. Oh my, this movie worked so well. It brought so much from the original that you loved, and then so much from the book that I know about the books. And it was just, oh, it was fantastic. I don't know if this is in the books or not, but the bully, Henry Bauer, I believe, his father is in this movie and he's a cop, but you can tell he's real abusive and messed up. We never got to see his family life, but obviously it was a crap one because how he acted. He's even crazier in this one. He's, instead of going, cut him, he's legit cutting his initials into Ben, and it's like, what the heck? And there's 4 bullies, but it's really just to get rid of one, I guess. And the bully that gets rid of right at the beginning, I thought that was Henry from the trailers and promo pics and whatnot, and it wasn't even him. It wasn't even a main bully. I was like, oh, okay. Just this entire movie has you questioning everything, and what also sucks is with the original, this, you know, the CGI wasn't that hot back in the day, and you was like, okay, you expect me to believe that? Sure. But I believed everything in this. It was so scary. Like, oh my god, I'm honestly trying to get to the scary parts, but I'm getting a little... There's this part he becomes this giant. Like, he literally, it reminded me of Giant Man from like Marvel Comics growing. Like, it was terrifying because it wasn't like ridiculous. It was like how Giant Man originally could hit like 20 feet or so. Like, he was like crawling all giant. Oh my gosh, I had my hat on. I kept ducking down. I kept telling, I was like, Corbin, don't look, don't look, don't look. I couldn't look because if I did, I was going to be screaming and yelling. And I kept just ducking down. And there's a scene where they go into this room and I'm like, hey, whoa, there's a picture of the original Pennywise. I'm like, no, I'm just seeing things. And then it starts zooming around the room. It's got a whole room filled with clown dolls, toys, mannequins, pictures, paintings. And I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, okay, I bet that picture was real. And then there's a doll of the original Pennywise. I was like, oh my god, no. No, 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 no. Then he comes out and does all this, and then he comes out of the fridge at one point and he's like, oh my god, 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 oh my god. Okay, oh. I'm alright, oh gosh, oh gosh, I don't like this, guys. I don't like this, I'm legit. Oh my god, I don't want to do this anymore. Okay. Gosh, okay. It really feeds on all their fears, and that's what sucks. It's like, he does different fears for all of them, but like with me, he would just stay himself and not be so scared. The kids are like, hey, yo, no, we gotta stick together. They're fighting, they're like, that's what he wants. He wants to tear us apart, and we can't allow that. We have to stick together because we're stronger against him, and you know, he knows that. He knows that they're not afraid. He ain't a big fan of that. And this, again, I haven't read the book, but this time, Mike, he works like with his family, and like they shoot like little like nails, little bolts into like sheep heads or whatever to kill them, and they use that this time around instead of the slingshots that they were doing. And he drops it at one point, so I'm assuming that's gonna be how he goes back. He's like, I went back for it. So much scariness, and it is terrifying. Like, through the pictures and trailers, I was like, he doesn't look that scary. He's really not. But once you see it, you're like, oh my god, this is terrifying. Ooh. He's got like creepy buck teeth, and then one of his eyes is messed up. I thought that it was just the actor for a second, and to be honest, I think it really is the actor Bill Skarsgård, I believe, because I was looking at pictures of him, and his eye did seem a little turnt a little bit. At first, I was like, oh, is that eye? It's just the actor's. But then it kept moving. I was like, no actor's eyeballs doing all that. Then it just, oh my gosh, it wasn't even in place. Oh, and it really shows like how Pennywise would in the original go and just like sharp teeth would come out, but like this one, it really shows his creepy original form. Like it starts going and it's got like multiple layers. It is terrifying. And at one point, he has one of the kids. I'm not gonna try not to spoil as much. He opens up his mouth and he shows the light and it makes the kid float or whatever. And in this, they're actually floating. They're not in like little cocoons like in the first one. In the original, they're floating. They're legit floating. You see Georgie get taken and it's like, what? Because we never got to see that before. You knew it was his arm got all messed up or something and down by the drain pipe, but you saw this crap going down and it was terrifying. And he's got some damn Mr. Fantastic, invisible, he's a damn Fantastic Four, I promise you. That's what he is, Oh my god, you have no idea how afraid I am right now. Okay, God, I'm getting so scared. All the good actors were fantastic. I cared for all of them. Eddie and Richie played off each other so well. And all of them, though, made you laugh in different ways, and it was just, oh my gosh. You really cared for all the characters. And you were seriously going to be dying laughing all the time with Eddie and Richie. There's a part where Eddie's mad at his mom because she's been giving him placebo pills. And he goes, yeah, Mom, you lied to me. I know that they're gazebos. And he throws them and we're like, oh my god, gazebos. And Pennywise, his eye be messing up and his head be crackling and crap. And his voice, it'll sound like some brand new Oh my god, I can't be here alone anymore. I swear, but I think it was just like a weird lighting on the oh my god. Please. Okay. Oh, his voice will sound like the original Pennywise, but it'll also sound like something brand new that we've never heard before, and it's like, it'll go back and forth, and it's so creepy. God, guys, I'm trying to do this review for you. Oh my god, I'm trying. I'm so scared. Something is... I wish I was doing this live. I'd feel more safe. And I'll promise you right now, the thumbnail is gonna just have the little quick IT, the little it. That's it. It is not. This video is not having any pictures of any actors of anything at all, because if I'm gonna find the little picture of it, just a quick little IT, slap it on the thumbnail, and that is it. Because if I have to see anything else, no, I can't. I want to see this movie again ASAP, but I can't because I'm so freaking terrified. That's the gist of all the good stuff. The bad, there was definitely a little bit of filler stuff up in there, like with some of the stuff the kids was doing, but nothing too bad. Nothing like, and it was there. I'm trying, because I've discovered going back through the videos that I just talk highly of most movies all the time, unless you count like Fan 4 Stick. I'm trying to do good, bad, and then spoilers. And spoilers, I'm not even going to really get into that because I don't have time to stay here and be scared much longer. Spoilers have already been through this video, but bad that we have to wait for however long for part 2, and like at the end of the movie it says It Part 1, and I'm like, God, I need the sequel ASAP. And that's why I was so nervous I was going to do bad and we wouldn't get the sequel, but it's doing good, so good at the moment, so let's keep it going that way, guys. Everyone, you need to go see this. I feel like in the originals, the bullies were more... yeah, they were definitely, that's a negative to it. The bullies, they were still creepy and crazy, and definitely crazier than they originally were, but you still didn't get much of the bullies. Normally, it just seemed like the bullies were always everywhere, and you're like, come on, dude, this is ridiculous. But this time, it was nice that they weren't there 24/7, but it was also like, well, where's the bullies at? I kind of wish they were back again. The whole thing with Bev being the shot with the slingshot, I don't know how that works in the book, but I really like that, her being the one that does the shooting with the silver earrings or whatever in the original, but they got rid of that for the cool little bolt gun thing, which that's really cool too. But I always liked that whole, because Bev wasn't a great character to me in the original, and so they gave her something to sort of boost her up. I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. I like it. Pennywise's lair is fantastic. Oh, nope, that's back to good. That's back to good. Negative. Again, nobody's this stupid, people. Come on. I need a scary movie where it's still scary, and it's like, oh my gosh, these people are gonna get killed, but we're not fucking idiots about it, okay? I don't care how old Georgie is. I do not care. No kid is that stupid. No kid. And even if they are, sorry to anybody that's lost family members to sewer drain clown incidents, my bad. That was very insensitive. And that wasn't even, that's legit. If that's actually happened to someone, I am sorry for that. The other kids, why do they keep splitting up? And even when they don't split up, they'll all be huddling, not looking, and then one of them will start walking away. I'm going to alert you every time. I'm going to be like, hey, everyone, Mike, Ben, Bev, Eddie, Richie, Bill, Stan, all of you, I think I named everybody. I'm going this way. I need you to see that I am looking in this general direction. I'm not leaving and you don't leave me. And but they don't care. They always be just circling around while the other goes this way, and then like, oh, let's go off this way. Oh, but don't forget, we gotta go over here. And I'm like, you want to die. You want to. That's what they want. One of these days, y'all can get it right. No one is as stupid as you make them in these scary movies. It can still be scary as hell. Like, I'll tell you right now, I'm not as stupid as, I'm not going to the basement. I'm not going to the attic. I'm not going to keep answering the phone. I'm not going to be going into the woods for the clues and crap. But it could still be a scary movie. Get me a clown in my house. My ass definitely ain't going in the basement searching for him. I'm going to try to get out of the house, but have him chase me out. Have him drive around after me. We can still have some scares. We can be smart about it though. We don't, come on. Like, I was afraid to even get gas last night. Like, there you go. Just get me then. It could still be a scary movie. Gosh, I'm giving it a 10.5 out of 10. And I know I always rate things very strongly just because it's easy for me to like things, especially with like a nostalgia feel to it. But this didn't make me. I thought I was gonna go in being like, nope, Tim Curry's still the A1 Day One. No, this guy Bill Skarsgård has surpassed that movie 1,000 times. He has become my biggest fear. That movie had me screaming, jumping. And because CGI has gotten so amazing now, everything looks so real, and it is the worst. It'll make you want to throw up at points. It'll make you want to jump off a building. It'll make you want to move to another country. It's a good story, good retelling, because like it's all very familiar and you know what's happening, but you also don't know what's happening. New stuff's coming around every corner. I highly recommend it. I will be seeing it more. I'm a little afraid to, but I will be seeing it more. I also haven't slept. I don't know if I mentioned that. I have not slept since, I saw it Thursday night, so I woke up Thursday morning, so I haven't slept since Wednesday night. Yeah, I haven't slept, and it is Friday night. So it's almost Friday night, like it's getting late. And I'm so scared. And no one's home right now. Okay, well, I hope everybody enjoyed this review. Let me know if you guys have seen it. Do you like it better than the original? Do you like the way they're taking it? All the new aspects to it? Are you excited for the sequel? Or are you like, no, why did they even make this one? Let me know all that down below. And until next time, you'll die if you try.
It's cold. It's cold. Smash that like and subscribe.